I thought today was Friday for like half of the day. This morning, I was absolutely convinced it has been one of those days. It's not. It was obviously Thursday. We had the podcast. We just moved the podcast to Thursday yesterday night. So of course it was Thursday. But it's been a day.
That's Loki's doing. This is TVA mismanagement, making you think it's Friday instead of Thursday.
That has to be something they do in that department. I guess it's starting like right now. Is it out or is it out at 9 p.m. tonight?
It is out. I believe it comes out 8 p.m. Central Time exactly right now. We could watch it right now, but instead we are doing this.
Yeah, we are sacrificing our Loki time to
we're delaying our Loki time 90 minutes.
Indeed. Yeah, it's been an interesting day, but I'm good. How are you, Melissa?
I have a beverage. You're normally Johnny Soda Pop over here, but for once a year, I will bring a soda because I ain't much of a soda drinker, but that somehow became our brand here on the Captain's Log. I found Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream.
Ooh.
Dr. Pepper is my mainstream beverage of choice. Exactly. Although I am secretly a real Pip lady. Is there a Mrs. Pip? That's what I ask at the soda fountain.
There you go.
I recalled the time. Well, of course, I recalled Berries and Cream Boy, a legend, print him on currency. But I remembered, I think there was a Berries and Cream Dr. Pepper once 10 or 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. There is a cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. There's a Dr. Pepper cream soda that was one of my old roommates was obsessed with and would haul up all of these 12 packs. This tiny girl, these giant packs of soda. So I'm like, strawberries and cream. You've narrowed in on the strawberry. Now, you had all berries. You narrowed it, and then you went just cream. Now you're like, keep cream, add one berry.
Interesting. So is this supposed to be like a revival of an older flavor then? No. Or is it like a limited thing? Or is it just it doesn't say limited.
It doesn't say homage. Remember Berries and Cream? This is like that again.
Okay. Interesting.
I will pour it into a glass. I can't drink this whole thing. I'm going to drink half of it, and then it goes into my fridge, and my new roommate will drink it.
It looks like is that a full like 20-ounce bottle, or is it like slightly smaller?
No, is my hand big? It's regular size, and I have regular size hands.
For some reason, it looks like one of those like mini like plastic bottles that you used to see every so often. No, interesting.
I drink the beverage now.
There you go.
Ooh, this really smells like strawberry. Wow, huff that.
I feel like I've had strawberry Fanta, but I don't know if I've had many other strawberry sodas.
When I went to visit you, that was the last time I had a soda. Was the one you saw me drink at that restaurant. I think I've had like that was the last time I had a full sugar soda and not the occasional Diet Coke I allow myself to have with a McDonald's value meal, for instance. And that was a strawberry milkshake soda. Like, how do you make a milkshake a soda? Normally it goes the other way around, if any. Not a float. This was a strawberry milkshake flavored pure soda beverage.
How does this compare then? Because it's strawberries and cream. You would feel like that's like a melted ice cream kind of flavor.
I think it's there. It's more strawberries and cream than it is Dr. Pepper. I guess it's creamy. Creamy as a soda can be. It's good. I won't buy another because I don't buy two of any soda, but I do like it.
how against that strawberry milkshake soda. You vaguely remember like how that one was actually a milkshake?
Well, I think that one was pink, which is a big advantage. Literally being strawberry colored. I forgot to describe the image. It's Dr. Pepper colored.
It looks like a regular cola.
All brown sodas are brown forever, and I've never seen them be another color except for Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, or Pepsi Blue. I remember that one.
I ain't that deep on Pepsi lore. I know Crystal and the weird lemon one, and then I'm done thinking about it.
Yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to number 254 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. My name is Kyle Springer. I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson. And Melissa,
that's true.
We did it. We summoned, well, maybe not us. Maybe it was Sabrina, the teenage witch here. But we have hit 666 subscribers. I took a little picture,
Good.
so I will make the official post.
Yes!
But I
missed 666. I caught it at 667.
So here's the thing. It's gone back down to
What?
666.
Who left?
Yes.
Who left?
Who knows? But that's the thing. So
this is the sacrifice that Sabrina's spell demands.
I have not made the post yet because I always want to give it a couple days to see if those people stick around, right? And it's not like they subscribed because they've never heard of us before and maybe they liked Paprika, right? And we happened to cover that, and so they subscribed because they thought we were like an anime channel, and then they see us talking about speed beef and sodas and they're just like, what? No, unsubscribe. So you never know with all of that, but we did it. We hit 666, so congratulations to us.
I'll tell my mother. She'll be very proud.
She'll be like, no, that's not Christian of your YouTube channel.
She'd make a goofy, spooky face. I think
that's not for moms.
666, not for moms. Moms have never seen the number. Moms go right past it.
Right? Yeah.
Why do you think it's called the 700 Club? That's where they start thinking.
Exactly.
I need to breeze so far past 666. Take me directly to 700.
Good stuff. I'm glad we reached that because that was a big milestone, right?
Yeah.
420 was also a milestone. 500 was a little milestone.
Okay, so these are the major milestones. 69, 420, 666. We have a long way to go until we get to the boobs number. Or you know what? Just boob, not plural. We'll settle for a single boob. 8,080. I have to type the numbers out to read them to you. How did numbers be? Hold on. 8,008. Yeah. Once we get to 8,008, that's our next major milestone.
How do numbers be? Well, no, because we like also like you're for like when you get into double digits, that's a small one, right? Hey, made 10 subscribers. When you hit 100, that's also a good one. I would say 750 is like a half. Half one. Like it's a good number. Like, hey, we're almost at that next. That's like the official, like, okay, we are in the push for 1,000. Yes. Here we go. And then, once you reach your first 1,000, that's also a big thing. I will say that since I stopped making shorts, which I will get back to.
I liked the shorts. I was probably the shorts' number one fan.
Me too. I liked them a lot. I
don't like other shorts. I only like ours. I don't watch others. Just the ones you make that are mostly of me.
With everything going on, I had to like scale
back and just be like, okay, I need like some breathing room here. So we will bring those back eventually. But since I stopped making them, our like following has like kind of plateaued. So no fun with that. Hopefully starting in the new year.
I still want to make best of compilations.
There you go. I will say it can be a lot of work to then like go back and find all of that stuff.
That's why neither of us have done it.
If you're dedicated,
if I just send you the time codes, will you make them? You don't have to listen to anything.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good stuff with all that. Melissa, what have you been up to this week?
I told you, it's just, I go to the movies constantly. We're really in the home stretch here. We're gearing up for it. This is when we are starting to get the Oscar buzzy movies coming out in theaters. This is when the calendar gets crowded, especially when you're me and I love horror and prestige. And this is when both of them happen.
Indeed. Yeah. I also realized that I thought Wes Anderson was only making that one short film. There's like a collection of a few of them. Most of them seemed like they were about 20 minutes long, and then the Henry Hugger one, I think that's the name, right?
40.
That was like the big like chunky one there. But I thought it was only that one, and then Netflix started to be like, here's something else, and I was like, that looks like a Wes Anderson thing, and wait, that has the same actors, and wait, it says by Wes Anderson. What is happening here? Yeah.
This Paul Thomas Anderson put on a Wes Anderson mask. I think they go for Halloween as each other.
There was a funny kind of interaction. There's Tom King, who we've read some stuff of his on the review show, and then another comics creator named Tom Taylor. And for a while, everyone was getting them mixed up and like accidentally tagging them in the wrong stuff. And that they're like, no, you mean the other Tom. And then I think one year for April Fool's Day, they switched profile pictures. So it just looked like the other one, which was fantastic. But
funny. Nice.
Oh, well. Yeah. Good stuff. But right?
Yeah, I think other people are in the same boat of being struck. Wait a minute, there are more? I think this was kind of like a secret rollout. Like, we're going to tell you about Henry Sugar, and then secretly, for dessert, there's 3 more.
Yep, indeed. I have not watched those ones yet, but I
still got to get to them too.
The one that I saw, I think, was Poison was the name of it.
I read Poison's really great.
It's just an incredible premise where it's
Poison.
Benedict Cumberbatch is in bed and realizes there's a poisonous snake in bed with him. So he refuses to move, and like he's just like trying to get people to like help him. Can you pull back the sheets and like get this? Can you like wipe it away? Can you distract it? Can you do this? Can you? And it's just like I don't know what's happening here, but I'm like 20 minutes. Hell yeah, let me watch
Absolutely.
that.
Right. This is the second coming of that Fly episode of Breaking Bad.
Right. Yeah. Good stuff.
I've never seen it. Does he talk? Is that a silent episode?
No, not from what I can tell, because it started to auto play, and it's the
No. The Fly. Does Walter White talk to the Fly? I don't know what's in that. I just know there's a whole episode that's him v Fly, and I don't know what else it contains. I probably should watch it. I probably don't need to know anything else about Breaking Bad lore to watch him fight one fly.
No, I don't think there's much dialogue, but he does he does talk, but not necessarily to the fly. Like, dear fly, you will rue the day that you entered into this meth lab.
He's got that whole Heisenberg speech. He practices it on the fly.
I am the one
on
that
the
slams.
fly and to the fly.
That's not the right word. I am the one that hits. No, what do you think? Fly knocks. Use knocks. That's good. I am the one who knocks.
I ask if it is silent purely because today I heard that there is a trailer. I just pulled it up on YouTube. I haven't watched it yet. John Woo is making a new film called Silent Night that is an entirely dialogueless Christmas action thriller.
Yeah. Definitely interested in this. I wonder how they how do they mean silent as in just no dialogue, or like completely
or
no
like
sound?
Buster Keaton. Yeah.
Right, like when we watched The Artist and it was just like, here's the score, and like no one is really talking in this, but you get like by their facial expressions and their emotions and stuff like that what's happening. I'm interested in that one. Silent Night, good name for that one too, right?
Perfect. Surprised nobody else has made it yet. At least as a major feature film. It's probably been like that's got to be an Amazing Stories or something, or Tales from the Crypt. Some episode of some anthology show is like a Silent Christmas episode.
Yeah, we'll have to do like a pitch on the review show of just like weird action movie, like they have some kind of like special twist, not
a
twist
hardcore
as in,
Henry. Yeah,
right. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like everything is in first person, and right, and you're like that's the conceit of the movie, or everything is silent, and that's the conceit. Or I don't know what the third one would fit with that.
A man is a special set of skills. What if somebody was taken? Could you ever imagine?
Nope. Could not
never
imagine.
Never heard of a takening.
Speaking of go ahead.
I wanted to tell you that one of the movies I saw this weekend, I went to see the remastered re-release of Stop Making Sense, which is a Talking Heads concert film directed by Jonathan Demme. Do you know this?
No idea what this is at all. No.
You know the band Talking Heads?
Well, sure. I've heard of the name.
This is what The Big Suit comes from. You've seen The Big Suit.
The like Kanye West Big Suit thing?
No, you're gonna. I'm sure if you Google the words "big suit," if I Google "big suit," yes, Google "big suit." It's him. Yep. It's David Byrne. They don't even throw anybody else up there. It's just David Byrne.
Yeah, this is him.
Big, wide, square, gray suit. So when I was a kid, when you were a kid also, there's an episode of Doug where he daydreams about becoming like a rock star or something. And in his fantasy sequence, one of the looks is that he has the big suit. And I just thought it was funny because I think the song he's singing is like, think big, think big, think big. And I did not know what it was until years later that the big suit is from a concert movie. And finally, I got to see this concert movie and see the big suit in context. It's incredible. So he wears the big suit. And then at one point, he takes the suit jacket off. But underneath, he's still big. So he's got these like pants and this shirt that has like... he looks like a SpongeBob SquarePants costume. He's just wide.
But just
there's like a wire frame.
Mask on. Yeah.
Right. He does some real SpongeBob moves too. He just waves his arm around. Stop Making Sense. I think, regardless of how deep your knowledge is of the Talking Heads, is an incredible concert film. Not that I've seen many concert films, but I had such a good time watching this. I went with my mom because I had the day off. We were having lunch. And I'm like, there's this movie this afternoon I'm thinking of seeing. I offer you an invitation. And mom agrees because she'll just agree to anything. I asked to agree to any quality time with daughter, even if she doesn't have any context for the thing I want to do. We had such a good time. It's so energetic. It's cool. So wonderfully shot. I get so hyped when there is just a wide shot of everybody in the band together against this like stark black background. There's all this dancing, but it's not dancing. They're just like jogging in place.
Okay.
This is an exercise plan. If I bought a copy of Stop Making Sense and I just moved the way they moved.
Dance moves, yeah.
Right. I could just do it along with it. Like it's an instructional exercise video. That's how I will treat it. I'll just run around my apartment like David Byrne. It'll be thinner. So we're in the theater, Mom and I, with a handful of other people. It's like 4 p.m. or something, so it's not like a very popular showtime.
Sure.
And after the first song ends in the movie, there's a moment of hesitation between Mom and I. We look at each other. We both are wondering, when the people in the audience in the movie clap, do we clap? Is that part of this experience? We clap too? But then nobody around us claps. We're like, okay, all right, this is a not clapping experience.
They were waiting for you. They were like, do we look at them to let us know? Are you going to know?
Maybe we were all waiting on each other, but there was a guy who was in like a Stop Making Sense shirt. I know we were in there with like real heads. And we just wandered in looking for a fun time. So I trust them. I follow their lead.
I gotcha. Okay.
But so we're not clapping, but Mom and I both feel the need to do something. And I just sort of like pound my fists on my thighs, which I do a lot anyway. And what my mom chooses to do, this is a visual bit. I'm sorry to the audience, to the listening audience who can't watch this.
I will happily describe it.
This is what my mom chooses to do instead of applauding.
She crossing her arms like she's making an X, like X out, but then like flaps her hands at the wrist to like
a
make
bird.
It look like a bird. Yeah.
I've never seen this maneuver. I don't know where she got it.
Great. Love it. Good job, Mom.
I am very proud of her. My mom claps so loud. This is her
clapper.
mutant power. There's something in her hands. Her like normal, dry old woman hands that claps so loud. And I think she understands this power and knows not to clap.
She is like the black bolt of clappers.
She's gotta have an alternative. And like it's not what like the American Sign Language equivalent of applause is, because that's like kind of a jazz hands looking thing. Mm-hmm. So it's not that. It's right, it's some sort of X-bird.
It's this like Napoleon Dynamite happy hands
club.
Like, yeah. That's so funny. That's awesome though. I bet you guys had a blast.
We did. It was a nice day with Mom. We went to the Alamo Draft House, which is a dine-in theater. The food is a big part of the experience there. And they've got signs saying, please no outside food. But we went to another little shop in that same area. And my mom got this like little paper gift bag with some candles in it. that she tries to put in her purse, but it won't fit. So it's like sticking out of the top. And as we go in and pick up our tickets, she says like very nervously to the person at the counter, "This is candles. It isn't food."
Well, it could be if you really wanted to.
If you try hard enough.
Right? I mean, candy corn is basically just wax, right?
Candy corn, a candle.
Right. It's like we've melted down all the candy corn into a candle shape to make them think it's an actual candle. Then we can go see this horror movie with all the candy corn we want.
Just bringing my candle, bringing my unlit candle into the theater.
A big giant candle.
Just eating a candle. What a great prank to have a candy disguised as a candle, like one of those tall naked pillar candles, you know, that you don't usually put in like a jar or whatever. They'll like sit on a little dish on your counter or whatever. Just have company over and then just reach over and take a bite out of the candle.
Like an apple right in the middle. Great. No, it's not cake. It's wax candy. Unhinged.
Right, it's not. When you bite into a cake, then you can see the cake on the inside. When you bite into melted candy, like a candle, right? It doesn't look different. Still looks like candle.
Oh man. Well, speaking of movies, we also saw a movie this past weekend. I know you went to go see it as well. I went to go see The Creator, the new sci-fi movie, the new robots, AI, artificial intelligence. John David Washington is in it. Yeah. I really enjoyed this. I had a blast with this. I saw
knew you would
before you did, and I think you went last Sunday after we recorded the review show. But you saw it in IMAX. I did not. I saw it on regular, but our theater has big old screens anyways. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was incredible.
It was a real Kyle-ass movie. I could see that going in.
Absolutely. One part war movies, sci-fi, cyberpunk. It just hit all the right buttons.
Mm-hmm.
So had the like lone wolf and cub thing
you
going
love
on,
that.
Which is a trope that I love. Yeah,
I think that's the strongest part of the movie. I think John David Washington and that little girl are like very effective in their scenes together. They've got really good emotional rapport. When it tugs on your heartstrings, it really tugs. I was impressed at how effective that pairing was.
This is another like performance of a child actor that I was very impressed with. I always go back to Looper and that like the one that one kid in Looper.
Review show legend, Lord. Kid from Looper whose name we've never looked up.
And and like he had such a striking performance in Looper because of how serious he was in that. This one, the little girl in The Creator just has, like, when she's happy and smiling, she is the happiest, smilingest little girl. When there's a scene kind of closer towards the end, which is in the trailer, when she's like being ripped away from him and taken somewhere, and there is just this fear and terror on her face. Just like, how do you get that kind of performance out of like, how do you get them to understand that you need that level of stuff and it not have it be like, it's a child, so I kind of have to like suspend my disbelief a little bit here. But they nailed it, and I was just like, holy moly, this kid is good. This kid
kid is going places. Get her all the ice cream in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Man, good stuff. So, what did you think?
One of the things the little robot girl is watching on TV, it's set in a somewhere in Asia. I don't remember if we had a specific country or city, but it's in Asia of the future.
It reads a lot like Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. And I thought it was interesting that in this future, everybody's TV is widescreen.
I mean, we kind of left full screen behind. We've gone,
but I mean, they're
like
okay,
phones.
they are like phone dimensions. They're like that wide and that sort of stumpy on top, which doesn't come into play. I just think is an interesting design choice. But and she's watching like all these little cartoons and monster movies and things. One of the things she's watching is Invasion of the Neptune Men, which is one of my favorite episodes of Mystery Science Theater 3000. She's not watching the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of it.
Yeah.
Which presumably was not called Invasion of the Neptune Men. This is probably the Americanized dub name of it, where they call all the kids like Tommy and Sally. But that was a fun surprise. Really love to see Space Chief show up in the middle of this movie. Another fun.
I was just gonna say that was one of the aspects of the movies that I wish I knew more of what they were referencing with what she was watching. I did catch that the anime she's watching is of the ship. That's it. It's in that like big ship. So it's like a brand new anime that they made to look like anime of this like 60s and 70s. Like it looks like Gundam. It looks like Macross, but it's not. It's something new. And I kept trying to be like, what show is that? Is she watching Gundam? Because that'd be kind of cool. Because then I could be like, Melissa, she was watching Gundam. But no, and it was just interesting to see because it was a movie that also definitely felt very like anime influenced. Not necessarily like with a particular one standing out of like, oh, this is Cowboy Bebop. They're referencing Akira, right?
I was going to ask, I don't know how old John David Washington is. Maybe he's around our age. I'm not sure. But
Let me see.
I thought I imagined him like us as a Toonami preteen and Denzel Washington as the confused parent who's like, now I gotta learn what a Goku is.
Tenchi Mayo? What is Tenchi Mayo? No, Dad, it's Muyo. Tenchi Muyo. Why are all these women?
And then there's Tenchi Universe, and then there's Tenchi in Tokyo, Dad. Oscar-winning dad.
Exactly. Let's see, how old is John David?
I've got Washington. What anime was he watching when he was growing up?
He is 39, so he's a few years older.
Oh, he is older than us. Okay. I don't know what anime 39-year-olds would have watched. If you were born in 81, what would you watch?
He would have been watching like Dragon Ball or Macross.
Maybe there's still some Speed Racer.
Yeah, some Speed Racer or something in there. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff
some
could have been.
Surely some. Maybe he's a castle in the sky.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, my mom got an invitation for a baby shower for these neighbors of ours. And she's looking at their registry. And the nursery is going to be Dragon Ball Z themed.
Great. Love it.
And I'm like, you've got little Goku in Dragon Ball. You've got baby Gohan. There is like child imagery in it. One of the things they asked for was like a plush of that like little teal cat guy.
Sure.
I don't remember his name. But him,
Or
that thing,
I think.
I just vaguely remember there being a cat, but I looked at the registry and I'm like, good, I'm glad somebody got that cat. And then there was like Dragon Ball Lamp, Etsy store where you can get the child's name cut out in Dragon Ball Z font and put it on the wall. Like very specific. Happy to see it.
It would be great if they like. Now I'm just coming up with stupid ideas. If they like painted their baby's head to look like a Dragon Ball, but he had a hat on, and you had to take bets as to which numbered Dragon Ball it was, and they did like a Dragon Ball reveal. I'm dumbass over here. Anyways, ignore me.
Are you having a boy or a girl? We're having a Super Saiyan.
Yeah. The Prince of all Saiyans. The Queen of all Saiyans.
As long as he's got 10 fingers, 10 toes, and a monkey tail, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Speaking of anime also, when I saw The Creator in IMAX, I saw an IMAX preview for Hayao Miyazaki's new film, The Boy and the Heron, which I knew was upcoming.
Saw that trailer too, yeah.
But did not know we were getting that in IMAX. That looked great. I never thought I would get to see one of these things in IMAX. I don't remember any of the others being in IMAX. So I must see it now.
Yeah. That was interesting to me because I don't think I had ever seen like an anime movie preview on a non-anime movie. I know that this one has a lot of like Japanese influences with the sci-fi and the location and stuff like that, but it was like, whoa, I'm seeing a trailer for a new Miyazaki film at this. This is cool. Like, I like this. We need more of that, right? Like, it is especially with lots of people talking about how animation always kind of gets the short end of the stick when it comes to like the awards seasons and stuff like that. It's just like, it'd be nice, if some of these animated films, their trailers were shown before some of the live action stuff. Yeah. I think that would help get people to see that more and be like, yeah, these are legit films. It's not like, oh, it's a kid's movie, right? It's like, well, no, not really.
Yes, and all.
Yes, and.
Right.
Exactly. Well, cool. I say we take a quick break for some housekeeping. And then when we come back, I want to start coming up with some costume ideas and stuff for Halloween.
Yes.
So we will be right back. Here at the Whatnauts, we make multiple different shows, and a lot of hard work goes into making them. So we would love it if you check them all out. If you enjoy our shows, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is the best place to show your support. For just $1 a month, you can get early access to episodes, and at our $3 tier, a Patreon exclusive podcast, The Pilots Club. You can even get a shout out and thank you on most of our shows at the $5 tier. And if you're one of our patrons already, thank you so much. It means the world to us. You can find out more information on our website, thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in The Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. You can also find us on YouTube and Twitch for video versions of the shows, trailer reactions, and live streams. And lastly, we have merch. If you want to grab yourself a shirt or a hoodie or a mug or something else, head over to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today. All right, we are back. Once again, a big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. We love you a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. It means a ton. Over on the Pilots Club, our Patreon exclusive podcast, this month here in October, we got to watch the amazing Screw On Head, based off of the Mike Mignola comic of the same name.
Also starring Paul Giamatti, who we've had covered multiple things of recently over.
And I don't think we've covered
show.
him before. So like a backlog of Giamatti rushed out, grabbed us.
Indeed. It's the year of Giamatti. But yeah, we had a blast with The Amazing Screw-On Head. It's interesting to see an animated show in Mignola's style. And also one that is very comedic, because I don't necessarily think of Hellboy as a comedy, even though it has some moments, right? So it's an interesting one to go check out. Then right here on the Captain's Log this past week, Melissa talked about the conspiracy against striped ice cream. Yep, that's exactly what it was.
No, I don't think anybody is trying to keep a fourth flavor stripe in Neapolitan down.
There's a conspiracy.
Like the car that runs on water or something. But I think we just got to innovate. I want this to be the year. Now is the time. Put a fourth stripe in.
Yep. Absolutely. And then over on the review show, since this is October, it is our spooky month on the review show. And for the first week of our spooky month, we did Afterlife with Archie. If you guys are familiar with Archie comics, it's basically that, but what if the zombie apocalypse? And it's not as cartoony as you might expect. It is a very serious horror comic. There are some gruesome bits. There are some heart-breaking bits. Fantastic artwork, and it goes places. It goes places I did not expect. So
like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, exactly. Like Pittsburgh and, H.P. Love.
Pittsburgh, the Nether Realm.
Good stuff. And I guess last but not least, still no major update for the Reactor Core right now. I was hoping to get to do something for Ahsoka. It looks like we will not get to do something with that, so you might hear me talk a little bit about it here on this podcast. But that's kind of it for housekeeping stuff. So yeah, there you go. So before I mention some extra thoughts on Ahsoka, I have to mention that I bought a product off of Amazon recently that I'm kind of baffled by, and it not because the product in and of itself is confusing, but because I just feel like it could have been simpler. I'm sorry. So the product that I bought is like a suction cup hook for our shower. It's basically a knob, so we can hang like loofahs on it or something like that. And I bought 2 of them, and I am baffled because this is the most complicated suction cup I have ever seen in what looked to be the simplest.
I'm just imagining some mean, immature YouTube commenter telling us, you guys are basically just knobs.
We are. Thanks for noticing. Took you 254 episodes.
I gotta make that joke before anyone else does, before some mean 14-year-old gets to it. Okay, proceed.
But yeah, like they're meant to look like just these silver knobs, right? That you can stick on, and I thought they would just kind of be regular suction cups where I could just bam, like stick them on right like that, and that'd be it. But no, these are supposed to be like extra special suction cups where it's a like it's a suction cup, and then there's like the silver like plate that goes on top of it, and there's a part that sticks out the through it of the suction cup that then the knob piece actually like screws on to. So it's the screwing that like actually makes it be a suction cup.
Okay, sure.
Goes on flat and then like it gets pulled out, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain and get like a good visual picture, but the instructions for this thing are like clean the surface, stick it on, screw it in till it's tight, and then over the next 24 hours continually keep screwing it on every so often to tighten it.
You have to feed it every 2 hours like a baby. You wake up in the middle of the night. You and Rachel take shifts.
Yeah. Yes. This is what you're supposed to do to get this thing to like stick permanently. And I'm so upset at this thing.
This should not take 24 hours.
No, it shouldn't. It should just bam, done. Right, like that's it. And so I almost have a blister on my finger like trying to tighten this thing because it is also this like polished like silver, like not actual metal plastic thing, so you can't grip it like you're sliding and you're not sure if it's twisting or not. You don't know. And so, yeah, like I almost have a blister on my finger from like trying to tighten this thing. But like, I'll get it to the point where it's like, okay, I came back after 10 minutes and I can obviously tighten it up. Bumped that up to like every 15 minutes and I can just barely tighten it. Okay, I'll come back in half an hour. Okay, can't really tighten that. So like, all right, I'll give it 45 minutes to an hour and just I can never make it in time. I'm always like end up like watching something which is like an hour and a half long and it just pops off. It's like fuck,
oh my God,
start all the way over. And it's
you have to do whatever.
Like, turn this twisted thing.
This is like punching the numbers into the Dharma computer every 108 minutes.
It really is. Oh my God, I'm John Locke. Now, like, no, I need to push the button. It means something. Gives my life meaning.
I'm supposed to do this, damn it.
Good Lord, man. So yeah, I only mentioned that because while we were on the housekeeping video, definitely just heard one pop off and hit in the shower, which is in the room right behind me, and I was just like, oh yep, that's the metallic thing hitting the bathtub. So yeah, oh well, that's my life.
I bought a vertical set of shelves for my shower where it's like a tension rod within like different like shelves that clip onto it. And it had like it had like a bottom and a top and then different middles that you could put together for like 4 different standard heights of showers. And it's well, if your shower is this tall, use A. If it's this tall, use A and B. If it's this tall, use A and C or B and C or D and B. And then you had to like tighten things together, like screw it this way, not the other way. And I swear, I spent like 3 hours. I tried one night and I gave up. And then I had come back to it. This was 2 or 3 days just trying to put together one tension rod.
Yeah. Some of these products just seem like they should be so simple. And it are just a nightmare to put together. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Who in their right mind? I don't know. What I need is one of those like rubber mat can opener things to actually get like a good grip, but we don't have one, so I'm just left like rubbing my hand raw on this thing.
Get like I don't get a hot glue gun. Put some hot glue on like a piece of scrap fabric. Maybe we can make one. I don't know.
I'm wondering also though if
Cover
like
it with
the
rubber
tile,
bands. Put rubber bands on it.
yeah, that could be a thing. I would have to go get some. I don't have enough, but even still, I don't know. But the thing also comes with like plastic pads that have like a 3M thing on the back for like,
Yeah.
hey, if you need to stick this on like a bumpy surface, use this instead. And now I'm wondering if like the tile thing in our bathroom, in our shower, is a little more porous than I realize, and maybe that's it. Like it's not actually like it yeah. I don't know, but oh well. So enough about that though.
Yeah.
Costumes.
Time for Halloween fun.
Yeah, some Halloween fun. I am kind of stuck. I don't know what to do. I have no ideas right now. I've not gone shopping yet for like a thing.
Okay.
What is this idea that I
last year
that I don't know?
Last year I challenged both of us. Have a costume for the Captain's Log Halloween special. Have another costume for the review show Halloween special. Like for review show, you dressed as something from that show. For Captain's Log, it's one of our dumb references. And you had a great Pizza Lord costume last year that you just used for both shows, which is against the rules. And I'm like,
I'm also
Kyle's
in my Pizza Lord hat right now.
Yeah, it is your eternal brand. You've got it easy this year. This is the year, finally, of Zombie Jughead, like you've been wanting to do for years. Several times you've been regular flesh Jughead. Now that we have read
Jughead.
Afterlife with Archie, non-zombie, a living Jughead. Now is the time. You have to do this when we show up for the final October episode, which will be a chunk of some Hellboy. You show up to that Hellboy episode as your zombie Jughead, unless you want to go as something else like Michael Clayton.
Just me in a business suit.
Holding up a red book.
So like that's I almost wore like at least my Jughead shirt for when we talked about Afterlife with Archie, but that was the original idea with that costume, is to like keep building on that costume and slightly change it. Like what if 1 year is like Riverdale Jughead? What if 1 year is like old school comics Jughead? What if 1 year is zombie Jughead, werewolf Jughead? Who knows? Michael Clayton Jughead, right?
Barbie Jughead, David S. Jugheads.
Yes, absolutely. Barbie Jughead would be great. Just pink everything. This Barbie is a Southside serpent. Which I think, so they have a red one because Cheryl had a red Southside serpent's jacket in Riverdale, but I don't know if they had a pink one. Pink pleather jacket with a Southside serpent's patch
it's bedazzled.
on the back. Right, yeah. Instead of spikes, it's just like rhinestones and rhinestones and glitter.
So this year I need a review show costume, a Captain's Log costume, which is a lot more esoteric. When it comes to the review show, you can just be a character. I already have a pink dress that's most of an Angeline costume, so I'll just do that. But for Captain's Log, I Googled like corn costume.
Target. Go to Target. Melissa, when I tell you that I thought of there. So when I bought my Pizza Lord mask that I had last year, that like big slice of pepperoni, that was from Target, and they just had those like triangle
I remember.
masks. They had a corn one, they had a taco one. They now have full bodysuit one, so I could just be a piece of corn, and that's it. That's the costume. And
you don't need anything else.
Your
corn
favorite
Barbie
movie snack, corn, just plain old corn.
plain corn. I see. Here's the deal with these podcast costumes. I'm not going to buy a full bodysuit because I only need like waist up, right? I'm not wearing that whole thing. I've got all these lights on. Podcasting is hot.
It's hot, and then if you like, so I know you use the like smaller like earbud headphones, but
got
if you
my
use
Raycons.
The, like, big ones that I do, the big like over ear things, like you can't put those on with a lot of costumes or while you're wearing a
just a
mask,
jughead
right?
hat.
Yeah. So yeah, thankfully those like the corn costumes are just so cheaply made that I'm sure the whole thing was like $30, right? And you get a full corn costume. You can just sit there in your corn costume.
I don't want to wear anything that's a sack or like just like a standee. Just like an advertising board in straps over my shoulders. I want to wear real clothes. I want to look like a glamorous corn, like a beautiful corn, or anything. Like we talk about a lot of food. Could go as pretty gum.
What? Pretty gum? Not even juicy fruit, or like I'm 5 gum. I showed up as spearmint. I'm pretty gum.
I want all of my costumes to be like I want to put. I'm a dressy gal in my heart. I want to put on makeup and jewelry and do my hair and not wear just a big sack with something printed on it. I want to be the beautiful version of something. I want to be something going out on the town.
In a sack?
So I'm still working on my captain's log ideas. I'm happy you brought this up because in the previous years it's been a surprise, but this year I'm like, we have to brainstorm. We're stronger together. We got to feed these ideas off of each other for what we can wear.
Yeah.
And then I have office. I have at least one coworker who does want to do Barbie, which feels like I think we'll be the only ones in the office, but I know at least one group in every office nationwide is doing a Barbie theme, unless they're going real wild and it's like all Oppenheimer. Get the pink out of here. Oppenheimer exclusively. So I have to talk to her, like, what theme are we thinking? Like, are we different, like real Barbies? Are we different, like fashion aesthetics of Barbie? Do you want to be goth Barbie and I'm preppy Barbie? What's the deal? And then trivia. I was bar trivia on Tuesdays. That's Halloween this year, so I need something for that also. And I don't know if I'm like, am I gonna have repeats? Am I gonna have a bespoke outfit for each scenario?
We could do the original Spy Kids, because we just had an episode titled Spy Kids is a Mark of Quality. And there's a brand new Spy Kids movie, I think, out on Netflix right now.
I read an article about this the other day. They're still directed. Robert Rodriguez has done all of those. The main 3 you remember, the Jessica Alba one, and now this one. It's all him, all under his banner. I'm happy to see it.
Melissa, you could be human in a can.
Human in a can. Let's see. What have we covered?
You could be any of your favorite dads from the fantasy draft.
Oh, that'd be fun. We could dress up as a dad or a TV opening theme.
Mm-hmm.
You just be Tony Soprano 2 times. One of us should dress up as
propane bender.
Bob. One of us should dress up as
anime hair.
One of us should dress up as Bob Chili. We can dress up as Brave Boys.
Let's see here. Yeah. You could try to be like Pocky.
Kyle, you buy one suit and you can be Perry Mason for this show and Michael Clayton for the review show. I think they're just both men in suits.
Perry Mason would be in a brown suit. He has a hat.
Brown
and
suit
he'd probably
with hat.
have a glass of whiskey with him too, and he'd look a little bit disheveled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, this also just sounds like a knockoff costume. Adult Business Son from February 19th.
Right, Adult Business Son. That's a good costume. Just introducing yourself to people like that. I'm Adult Business Son. I've wanted to.
Could be a Shrek mailbox.
I've long wanted to dress up as the girl on the Little Debbie boxes, and people are like, "Are you Little Debbie?" And I'm like, "No, I'm Big Debbie."
Not so little anymore, bitch.
Big Debbie.
Oh man.
Well, what does the physical Eisner Award look like? Can we dress up as the Eisner Award?
I could be the God, what's the Duolingo owl?
You can be that. I can dress up as the moon. I can dress up as 20 slices of American cheese.
Let's
dress
see.
up as a magic 8-ball.
Bears you could lift. You could be Paddington. That'd be a fun one.
Too hot.
Paddington would be a good one.
Too hot. I need a costume I can breathe in. I'm not wearing a raincoat up here.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Mom. I don't know. There's all sorts of little small things here. This is part of what makes our Halloween special so fun here on the Captain's Log. When we take these little small anecdotes, these little small stories that we do and like twist them into different things here. So having some kind of like small anecdote thing we mentioned, person we mentioned, weird, twisted, contorted reference that we mentioned, and turning that into a costume can be a lot of fun here. So I will have to put some more thought into that. But what are you thinking for review show?
Angeline. I want to get a pair of sunglasses like she has. That's my same pink Barbie dress. Although we do have a year of like many great options. We've had many Red Sonja. I wouldn't be too hot if I was dressed like Red Sonja. I would like to
boob armor.
In Swiss Army Man, when Paul Dano makes like a wig out of trash. I think that's a great look.
You could be anyone from Futurama. That'd be a great one.
We can be two Dom Torettos.
Show up in white beaters and gold chains with
a family lover. We renamed the shirt. It's a family lover shirt.
I still can't
Dominic
believe he got
Toretto's
married
honor.
in that shirt. Oh my
right.
God. You could be any of the clones from Clone High.
Right. It would be fun to just be clone JFK for a whole night.
Right.
Napoleon Dynamite, I think that's great costume fodder. I think people have gotten away from Napoleon Dynamite costumes long enough that it's time to bring them back.
I don't even know if you can still get like a vote for Pedro shirt at your local Hot Topic or.
But out there,
probably
not at the Hot Topic, but on the Goodwill now for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Just get one that's retroactive, past tense. I voted for Pedro.
The Flintstones. You could be adding one from that.
The other
Super
day,
Mario Bros.
I was taking a shower and I suddenly thought of those Got Milk ads from the 90s. And I want a shirt that's that same font but it says had milk. I did. I had it. You asked the question, I have an answer. 25 years later, had milk. And I laughed so much. I'm like, I have to stop because I am in the shower and I will slip and fall and die. Oh, there's good costumes in The Good Place. You could be Jason Mendoza in his sleeveless tuxedo.
Yep. You could be Disco Janet, and you could be
right. So many Janets.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be a Janet. I'll see what I can find. You've got Spider-Man options.
Come in a Blake Bortles jersey.
Costume done.
Yeah. That's all you need. Interesting. That's fun. Yeah.
Going as one member of the Brady Bunch by yourself is very funny.
The Brady Bunchless.
I'm just Peter.
Who was the one kid's name that tried to rob them at the start of that movie and then just happens to be there with them at the end, like on the porch? I don't remember
that guy's name, but
you could be him.
Right. It's very funny he's still here. Kyle, if you're not Michael Clayton and you're not Zombie Jughead, I want you to be a newsie.
A newsie. Oh man, I think I've mentioned it before, but I used to have one of those like newsy hat. Like I still have.
They're
like,
not
that
rare.
Style hat,
you can get it.
But like I had the like old school leather one, like looked like it was made in the 1920s. Like I had one that would have been just perfect for all of that. But
what if I dress up as Pinot Noir?
Right? Yeah. Absolutely.
Nobody would recognize if I was one of the characters from Sideways, but if I was just Grapes.
The elusive Grape that needs lots of care.
Sexual Grapes.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll have to keep thinking on that. Come up with a good costume that I can do for these shows here. How I could be zombie, because like if I do a zombie Jughead, I need a good mask for that, or good makeup that I could like easily do myself. Like I don't just have like, oh, I have like weird disheveled paint on my face to look like I'm a dead zombie. Like I want it to actually look good.
Yes. Route. You can look up some tutorials, especially if it's like I'm doing one thing, just face, just this oval. That's all I need to decorate. Like with that narrow focus, I think you can deliver good results.
Yeah, but like also a good mask that's not like big or puffy or stuff. I can still put that beanie on top of, right, and have that under. They have my headphones on top. That would be an option, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We shall see.
I found a big puffy Grapes hat. It's just like you.
You can just be like, grapes.
It's
and
like
corn.
It's a grapes and corn. Brothers and having little tiny bites of them. It's a big puffy thing with like a strap that goes under your chin and it's filled with pillows. like it's stuffed. So like the example photos on Amazon it's this girl in this like real nice preppy like Calvin Klein sweater, just like hand on her chin, like I'm grapes, and then she's got her head down on her folded arms on her desk, like I can take a nap because I'm grapes.
I can take a nap because I'm grapes.
Because it's padded. They show you it's full of pillows. This is like the head armor that kickboxers wear. But it says
this is like the thing they try and sell you to sleep on airplanes where you can just
right, it's one of those. And it says party costume, adorable grape shaped design, very fashionable and exquisite.
Very fashionable.
Which, that's what I want to be, is exquisite. Plush, hand wash only. Apply to party, birthday, and photography. Soft hand feeling and comfortable wearing. When taking photos, it is suitable for dressing up yourselves.
So
can be used as a gift for festivals, Christmas, and various parties.
It does not feel like a grape. It feels like a soft hand. Is what that describes. The soft hand feeling.
When you feel it with your hand, it feels soft. If you bump your elbow against it, then I don't know how it feels.
I won't hit my funny bone against the grapes costume.
Soft to hand, hard to every other part of body.
Anyways, we'll have to keep brainstorming on what to do with all of that. Oh no, what did you find?
This product is a funny hat decoration for parties. The exquisite grape shape and delicate craft make it looks unique and distinctive. Wearing this funny hat, you will be the most attractive one of the crowd. There's an E in it. You will be the most attractive one of the crowd, I guess.
The crowd.
It is an ideal gift for your friends. I'm going to send you this link so you can make this the grape nap lady the thumbnail for this episode.
Let's see where. There we go. Captain's log. Let me see if I can even pull it up on screen here for a sec, so I can at least show people what this is. Yeah, it is the like. I'm just taking a nap because I am grape.
It's hard work being a grape. Yawn. I'm so tired. Hard day on the vine.
Oh man, rest in peace, Fine. Hey, it's 8% off right now. You can get it for $28.
Is it worth $28? I don't know.
What? But like, it's. You also forgot to mention these pictures of like. You can also use this to like put a lantern inside, and here's a lantern that will hold a candle.
I think it's like, this is just an example of something that's as tall as a human head that we put in the thing to show you.
I don't know, Melissa. People have lanterns. They might want to put it inside a grape thing.
Make it grapes.
Whatever. Anyways, let's wrap things up right there. Yeah, I guess that is about it for this week's podcast. I did not get to Ahsoka, but yeah, maybe I can talk a little bit about that next week then, and some of the other things that I've been reading and watching. I will say that I finished season 2 of Manifest already. Yeah. So there you go. But with that, yeah, let's wrap things up right there. So, Melissa, where can people find you on the interwebs?
I just set it up. I have not put a thing on it yet, but you can now follow me at Letterboxd at Wilkywit, WILKYWIT. I would like to put dumb thoughts about movies there.
Hell yeah, that sounds
this
great.
Same energy. It's more of that.
That sounds great indeed. yeah, if you guys want to follow me, I am at Yo Kyle Springer on most of the social media places. If you'd like to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, we are at the Whatnauts at most of the social medias. We might be at the Whatnauts official on a few of them. But yeah, please go like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, we got plenty more videos for you to check out. But yeah, this has been number 254 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. We will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.